to Gutter Trash episode 383. Oh, Killstrike. My name is Eric.
I'm Jason.
I've forgotten how to do this show.
Well, you got some of that right. Yeah. It has been a little bit since we've recorded.
Been a few weeks.
Yeah.
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 I panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just then.
Yep.
You're like, what's the name of the show? What's the name of it? Yeah. Well, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
I just drank a beer out of a Dr. Doom pint glass.
That's cool.
It was great. The beer
and then
was...
you drove?
I did.
That's not good.
All 4 blocks to your house.
Accidents occur within the home.
Dr. Doom was protecting me. I wasn't drinking while I was driving.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
I think
you're probably better off if you were drinking while you were driving,
because I wouldn't be as drunk.
Exactly.
But if you get pulled over,
well, then you're fucked.
They
don't
like that.
You know, say it's ginger ale.
That's true. Well, come on, it's Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom only drinks ginger ale.
Yeah.
He's healthy.
Is he?
He's big into New age therapies
right.
and ginger root, and
he does have an amazing complexion.
Oh yeah. It's preserved under all that iron.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great. So, yeah. So we read a book called Oh, Killstrike.
Yeah, we did. Might as well just do this.
By Max Bemis?
Sure.
Bemis?
Whatever.
I don't know. And Logan Farber?
Sure. That's a name as well.
Which I had never heard of these people, or I thought I had heard of Max Bemis, but I was confusing him with somebody else.
All right, who were you confusing
I was confusing him with someone whose name is nothing like his name, but I thought he was the guy that did Rumble for some reason.
Oh no, that's John Arcudi.
Yeah. I think we said that last episode.
I don't recall that. But.
I was thinking, oh, that's the guy that does Rumble when I picked this up. I don't know why.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
John Arcudi has been around a while.
Oh, yeah. No, I've read stuff by him.
He created The Mask.
Oh, yeah. No, I've read lots of stuff by him. I just thought, for some reason, I remembered seeing Max Bemis' name on that book.
Okay.
Because I've never read that book.
All right.
So I'm confused.
Yeah, you are. Max Bemis, as far as I know, is the apparent lead singer of a shitty pop-punk emo band. And so that is why I initially just wanted to veto this book, because I don't support shit like that.
What band is he in?
Say Anything?
Oh, okay.
Which, already sparks images in my head of just terribleness.
The John Cusack movie?
Just its association.
Yeah.
Just associating it with horrible, horrible people. Like John Cusack.
Is he terrible?
I don't know. I know he's weird.
Well,
that's all I know.
Weird's good.
But just that movie,
I've never seen it.
Neither have I, and I never will.
Yeah. Because you hate this band so much.
Because I hate the idea of that movie so much.
I like the image of a guy with a boombox serenading a girl, mostly because it's been parodied, and sometimes the parodies are pretty good, but I've never watched it.
I would just like to say that if you're a guy and you're trying to serenade someone with a boombox, you should just go kill yourself, because you're a terrible human being. Leave that woman alone. She does not want to be bothered by you.
It does seem obnoxious.
Yeah, oh yeah. So Killstrike. So after reading this book, I still am not quite sure what I think about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing,
I guess.
I mean, if you can't flat out hate it right off the bat,
Sure.
If you have to figure it out. I mean, that's good.
I mean, there are definitely parts I didn't like about it, but, we'll get into that, hopefully, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, should we tell people what this book is about? Because I would imagine nobody's heard of this. I'd never heard of it, and I ordered books at a comic book shop.
I'd heard of it only because an artist I like did a variant cover for the first issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that, and I said, oh, that could be cool. And then I saw what the actual art of the comic looked like and said, no, thank you.
Oh, wow. I love the artwork in this book.
I would love the art from this book if it were an entirely different book.
Oh, okay. Like if it was like a comedy?
I mean, it is a comedy.
Kind of.
It's a comedy. Like, there's no kind of about it. It's a comedy.
It has a lot of... the thing I like about the story in this is it is funny, but it's got a lot of drama, too.
It's got very little drama. It's mostly a comedy.
You think?
It is 99% a comedy.
Well,
It's a comedy with some dramatic and some emotional beats.
Right.
But it is entirely a comedy.
Huh.
Just based entirely on the premise alone.
Oh, yeah, the premise is funny.
Is a comedy.
So the premise is there's a dude, like the opening panel, he finds an eBay auction for like thousands of dollars. I forget what it was, but
like $100,000.
Yeah, something ridiculous. That sold of a comic book that he has a copy of back at his mom's house from the 90s called Killstrike #1, the blood splatter variant. And so that's in the first panel, and I was like, okay, cool,
right.
I like it. And so he's like, it starts out with like kind of like his little quest to find this comic and sell it.
Yep.
Because he's kind of like, so apparently he liked it back then, but he's a
self-loathing comic book fan.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's grown up and he's past it.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of comic fans from the 90s are probably now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretending not to care about stuff they care about.
Right. And just being super obnoxious about it.
Right.
But yeah, so Killstrike apparently is one of the worst comics ever made, and I enjoy the sort of explanation for why it's so expensive. Is that it is considered so bad of a comic, and it was so overprinted that people just didn't give a fuck about it, and like just threw away and destroyed
thousands of copies.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that it is actually dwindled down to being a rare collectible, at least in mint condition, which I honestly, like, once I read that, I was like, I can totally see, like, Youngblood going that direction.
Right.
Because, I mean, how many times have you just gone through, like, a quarter box and seen just copies of Youngblood #1 with, like, stickers on them or just fucked up or water damaged?
Right.
I mean, by this point now, like, the 9.8 graded Youngbloods out there.
There's got to be a few.
There's got to be a few, but I'm guessing they are few.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Even my copy has somebody wrote on the cover, so it's terrible.
You should probably just throw that out. Or at least just, throw it in, your Pete's 3 for $1 bin.
Right.
So anyway, Jared, the main character, finds his copy of O Killstrike to sell on eBay and solve all of his family's financial woes.
Yeah, because him and his wife Meryl have a brand new baby.
Yes.
And he's kind of freaking out about that.
Yeah.
As apparently people do.
Sure, I guess. I wouldn't know a thing about that. And so he goes to get the comic, and suddenly Killstrike from the comic comes to life.
Yeah, he just
out of the comic.
He just pops right out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he is on a mission of vengeance.
That's what he craves. Yes. Yep. Yeah, He's made for vengeance.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yep. And then wackiness ensues.
Yeah. But it's... I wouldn't say...
Oh,
I wouldn't say
you're wrong.
Wackiness.
It's
really?
wackiness.
You think it's wacky?
Yes. It's a fucking comedy. It is not anything else but a comedy.
I mean, you know, it's funny, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's got a lot of... Maybe it's a comedy with so many heavy parts that I just saw it as, like, a comedy /
It has 0 heavy parts.
Really? Did you read the whole thing?
I did.
Okay.
I did not evil learn any of this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so after Killstrike comes out, he admits that his whole purpose is for vengeance.
Yeah.
And he soon finds out that he's in a reality where all of his villains don't exist because, you know, he's in our reality.
Right.
And so he has to like put vengeance out there somehow. So
Sure.
So he asks Jared if he has any enemies that he can seek vengeance upon. And Jared admits that the only enemy that he can think of would be his dad, who left him and his mom when Jared was a baby.
And then
Hilarious.
Uh-huh. I don't understand how that doesn't make it a comedy.
No.
It just grounds it in some sort of reality.
Right.
For the wackiness to ensue.
Right.
Because who would go track down their missing father with a 8-foot-tall comic book character with metal arms and just strapped with weapons.
Right.
And eye tattoos.
He does have some great eye tattoos. It's like a kind of like Kiss makeup style, but it's just like actually on his face.
I mean, this character, Killstrike, is basically if Cable and Lobo just had a revenge baby.
It really is. It's very Cable Lobo-y. Yeah, he's got like the metal arm and the giant gun and then
Knives.
Yeah, knives like Lobo.
Tattoos and markings and a shitty little knob ponytail.
And gritty teeth. He's always gritting.
He's always gritting his teeth. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And neck muscles, just veins a popping.
So they go on a quest to seek Jared's papa.
Yep, and then that's when a lot of the stuff that I didn't like about this book starts coming into play.
Oh, like at the comic book convention.
No,
Oh.
not so much there. Just conveniently, Jared's father is, of course, basically he's basically Grant Morrison.
Right. Yeah, I kind of felt like it was like
Alan Moore, Grant Morrison.
Warren Ellis,
Yeah.
maybe a little Warren Ellis. But
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he was very like European.
He's one of the hottest comic book writers of the 90s.
Right. Yeah, Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
Experiments with drugs a lot. And
Yep.
Reality, perceptions.
So basically, I don't know. Okay, so part of what really puts me off on this book is the whole, hey, you remember those weird, shitty things about comics, huh? Remember? Remember those? I hate that
Right.
across all storytelling. I do remember. Stop pointing it out.
Right.
Tell a fucking story.
Like so, as an example, they like remember like the chromium, like the covers and stuff, or
Yeah,
what?
but just
Stuff like that.
everything. Just hey, here was what the comic industry was kind of like in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, I read all about that. Who's this for? Well, apparently I know who this is for. It's apparently for expectant fathers.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where I'm not finding any love here.
Yeah, it's funny because I bought this at Half Price Books months ago, probably like 6 months ago. I just saw it there and I was like, oh, that looks funny, and like I wasn't sure what it was about. I kind of flipped through it to see what the art looked like, but
Right.
I had no idea it was about any of that. And And then very recently I found out I am an expectant father.
Yeah.
And so as I was reading this book, his anxieties were, I could kind of relate to. And I mean, although this guy has a baby,
Right.
ours is like months and months away.
Well, it's there's a similar mindset. Of,
Right. Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna have that baby,
Right.
and then you'll be exactly where he was.
Yep.
Conjuring
fictional characters to seek
Yep.
a vengeance upon on my father.
Yeah.
No, but
And you're also kind of just a comic snob.
I am. I totally am. No, I'm not. I read shitty comics and awesome comics. I read them all.
Well, you admit that, though. Jared also does, but doesn't admit that.
Right, yeah. Yeah, his wife even calls him out on it. I think early on she was like, he says like, she says something about how he's always talking about the greed and the investments in the comics industry is something that's bad for it.
Right.
And why does he want to, get this book and sell it then? And he says it would be the perfect revenge upon all the bad comics that came out of the 90s, and
Right.
and she kind of just calls him out on his hypocriticalness there.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good.
Yeah.
But man, so yeah, they seek out his dad, and they actually first end up finding the artist, because apparently Killstrike was written by Jared's, no, Killstrike wasn't written by Jared's dad.
No. It was
But Jared's dad worked with the guy that created
Killstrike, yes.
Kevin O'Neill,
Kevin McNeil.
Kevin McNeil.
Yeah. Who I was, so clearly Jared's father is supposed to be sort of a Alan Moore, Grant Morrison sort of hybrid.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who Kevin McNeil was supposed to essentially be.
I couldn't figure that one out.
Yeah, because he's not exactly Rob Liefeld.
No, he's like,
even though Killstrike is a very Liefeldian type character.
yeah.
The vibe I got from him was actually like Keith Giffen.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy ruined the 90s with their comics in the 90s. Yeah, I don't. Well, Keith Giffen did create Lobo.
It's true.
So maybe.
So possibly. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So, yeah, they wind up going to essentially what is DC Comics to talk to the editor of what was essentially Vertigo Comics.
Yeah.
To try to track down Jared's dad. All of which Jared is doing this to so that he doesn't repeat the mistakes that his dad made in abandoning his family, while basically abandoning his family.
He like leaves his wife and baby for like weeks at a time to like go look for his dad because he doesn't want to follow in his footsteps.
Right.
Yeah, it's again, he's very hypocritical.
Yes. But as soon as it was essentially revealed that his father was this Grant Morrison-esque typewriter, that is pretty much where I figured out where the rest of this book was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
I just went along for that ride.
Yeah. So anyway, the journey takes them, to the headquarters of DC Comics and to a conveniently timed comic convention.
Well, in their defense, they do happen like every weekend now.
Well, that is also true. And then to London to track down his father's address, where they see the sights.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm starting to think that he is just never going home to his wife and kid at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Some of the timing on this is, feels weird. Like he initially is only going to be gone like 2-3 days, and then they wind up taking all these trips. But like his wife still seems relatively tolerant enough that the storyline seems to only take place within a week.
Yeah. Well, maybe they just flew there real quick and ran in. And,
I mean, it's a day trip, I'm sure, but yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like they were gone like a month.
Right. Especially the fact that Jared's character visually changes 100% from beginning to the end.
He really does. Yeah.
He is not the same character by the end.
Yeah.
And I can only chalk that up to artistic inconsistency.
Yeah, he grows like a huge beard.
Yep.
And
his hair gets longer and more fuller.
Yeah.
Like he has a receding hairline at the beginning.
Right.
At some point he loses his glasses and he no longer needs them, I guess.
Maybe they're trying to say something about how much he's changing throughout the story, but because he starts to become more like an action hero and less like a I don't know. By the end of the story, he's got clothing with pouches and shoulder pads on.
But I mean that's all part of a plot point. But
yeah, but no, you're right. When he first shows up with a beard, I was like, wait a minute, who's this character?
Right. Yeah. And so it made me wonder, how long did Logan Farber take to draw this? Did he draw the first 2 issues and then take a year off and forget what the character looked like? It doesn't feel like growth to me. It just feels like he forgot.
Right. Well, at the beginning of, I guess the third issue, he's got not quite a full beard. He's got stubble.
Sure.
So there's a little transition, but
then it's almost like a full beard.
Yeah, 2 pages later. Right? Yeah, it is weird. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you hang out with Killstrike, man. You just start your testosterone level goes way up.
Well, then I need a Killstrike. I don't know. Just I don't like things that we can nod that much to things that I'm fairly familiar with.
Right.
It completely takes me out of a story.
Yeah.
Just figuring out the plot twist, such as it is, just really kind of made me not want to continue the book anymore.
I wonder if the winks and nods though are if the writer Max, if he is known for something other than being a comic book writer. I wonder if that's a way of his saying hey, see, I do know this stuff. I know about comics. Trust me.
Yeah, I kind of wonder that too.
But it's still annoying.
Yeah. I think I honestly would have liked this a lot better had it just not been about,
a comic book artist,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I guess they, but I mean, they do kind of, use that as part of the story where, where Jared's father, spoiler, towards the end, he's, working with the creator of Killstrike, and he ends up, I guess, creating a story where Killstrike will be sent to our universe to contact Jared and make him a man and make him the man he needs to be or something. So it is all kind of conveniently connected.
Yes,
but yeah. It was fun though. I liked it.
It definitely is fun. And it's funny, thus making it a comedy. I think if the story had been about anything about the comic stuff,
right,
I think it would have been much better.
If that would have just been a writer or something,
right? Yeah,
or journalist or something.
Yeah, or yeah, them going to a comic convention certainly wasn't fun.
And there was one funny scene where a guy is asking him about his cosplay, and he's like, "Man, those shoulder pads are perfect, and that looks just like the gun," and that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and just a lot of Jared's early dialogue, just very in your face about what the comic industry is like. It was just very obnoxious.
Oh yeah, there's a 1-page scene where he's kind of telling his wife about.
He was mansplaining.
Yeah, he was mansplaining comics to his wife, and that one. Okay. Yeah, so I liked it. I thought it was fun, and I actually, like I said, I love the artwork. Like, even though it does have some inconsistencies, I love the actual art.
I like the artwork. I just don't like the artwork for this story.
Yeah.
I think maybe if like the quote unquote real world stuff had been drawn in that style, but then Killstrike himself was drawn in a totally different style, like juxtaposed over it.
That'd be interesting.
Like probably I would have enjoyed it better.
So you mean if Killstrike wasn't drawn in this
In the same style as
Yeah.
everything else, if he was drawn like a Liefeldian
right?
character or
But he was kind of drawn like Liefeldian, just like a cartoony
but
version.
through the filter of like, you know,
Right.
what the rest of this story looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a rough week. I'm not in a mood to enjoy things.
Right? Yeah, that happens. That happens. I understand. Well, I can't wait till you listen to Guided by Voices on the break then. That'll turn you right around.
Yeah, I don't know. There are some very, very funny parts to it, and I think it had a lot of potential. I just thought it got a little too preachy and a little too wink, wink, nod,
Yeah.
nod. Yeah.
So I do remember what I thought when I first saw the cover, because the cover has like Killstrike with this giant gun and everything, like towering above Jared, who just looks like a normal guy in a vest and glasses.
Right.
And I honestly thought this was going to be a story set in a normal, like 90s Image universe.
Okay, alright.
And I just thought like Jared, I didn't know his name, but I thought Jared was just going to be like this guy that's friends with Killstrike.
Right.
And I thought it was going to be just like more like a slice of life story set in that universe.
Sure.
And I was more excited about that than what it ended up being.
I will admit that story appeals to me way more than
Than what it was.
what we read. Yeah, like I would love to know about like Cable's like neighbor.
Right. Yeah. 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 Like what he thinks about Cable. It's like
Right.
here he is again with his fucking. Let's go over there and like just bring him some cookies and try to calm him down. Yeah, that was like kind of the first like spark from my brain that when I saw that cover image, I was like, maybe that's what this is.
Even the title of it kind of lends itself to that.
Yeah, like you're just like what? Oh gosh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Killstrike just blew up our neighborhood again.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
So whenever it started out, like I said, I do. When it started out, I quickly understood that it's not what it was, but
Right.
I was still excited about it.
And it still even could have been that.
Yeah.
And it kind of was at the beginning of it, like
Right.
with Killstrike just showing up at their house.
And they were like buddies. And, yeah.
Blowing a Killstrike shaped, hole in their wall.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was fun, and it was totally worth the, like, I think I paid like $4 for it at $5 or whatever at Half Price Books.
It's worth a cheap buy.
Yeah.
Or at least a browse if you see it at a library or something.
Yeah, it was from like 2015 Boom Studios. I guess it was 4-issue miniseries. I never ever have seen a single issue of this book. I've only ever seen this trade paperback here.
Like I said, I remember seeing one of the variant covers to the first issue.
Who is the cool variant by?
David LaFuente.
Okay, yeah, I see that. What's he done?
He had quite a run on Ultimate Spider-Man for a while.
I'll say that name sounds familiar. And Fraser Irving did a cover too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Some random Marvel stuff here and there, mostly. He's a European illustrator who complains a lot on Facebook.
Oh. About the comics industry, or just,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I have no idea what he's actually working on right now, but apparently he does not want to be working in comics anymore.
Huh.
but he's a very good comic illustrator.
Right? Oh, that's a conundrum.
And apparently also still getting complaints about giant round-headed Spider-Man.
Still?
Yeah.
Wow. After all these years.
10 years later. I don't know. I'm fully willing to admit that I just probably was not in the mood for this comic.
Sure. Well, that's all right.
And also, as somebody who is completely alone and will never have children, I couldn't give a fuck.
Right. Yeah. Well, spoiler, it turns out Jared does come back home.
Yeah.
And he decides to I think he's going to be like a stay-at-home dad while his wife goes to work.
Yeah.
And so he's going to not follow in his dad's footsteps, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all right.
It was all right.
Like, I didn't love or hate this book, but I did, like I said, I did love the artwork, and I did love the initial, like idea, the image in my brain.
Yeah. I would, I feel bad now for saying bad things about the artwork initially.
Yeah, he's good. I mean,
he's good.
So if you've never seen his art, it's very cartoony.
Yep.
But it has like a lot of lines, like wrinkles and like stubble and stuff, like, which is one of my favorite combos in the world of artwork, is cartoony but with lots of detail.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm super excited this March. Little Bird comes out. By Ian Bertram.
Yeah.
His art reminds me of that. He's kind of the master of that, though. Like, his art is, like, his figures are so cartoony, but there's, like, a Jeff Darrow level of, like, detail and insanity going on in his artwork.
I knew Little Bird was in the works. I had no idea that they finally said that it was going to be released.
Oh,
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian Bertram's great. Why couldn't we have read an Ian Bertram comic?
We did once.
Yeah.
Actually, has he done very many graphic novels or full stories? He mostly does, like, covers and single issues, doesn't he?
I mean,
I think he did an issue of, like, Zero, that anthology, and...
Yeah, he did, like, a couple of random issues of, like, one of those weekly Batman series.
Yeah, like Paternal or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the House of Penance is the only thing I've ever seen of length by him.
He did, like, half, maybe slightly less, of a graphic novel called The Bowery Boys.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
But it was very, very disappointed to find out he didn't draw
All of it. Right. Well, hopefully he did all of Little Bird.
I hope so as well. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Logan Farber's not bad at all. Like, I would probably have enjoyed his art on a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
I could see him doing like a crime comic, like a noir comic.
I could see that for sure.
I think that'd be great.
I could even actually see him doing like a 90s-esque action superhero book,
Right?
You know, in this style. You know, and it would just be a ton of fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I'm in a bad mood.
Well, it's okay.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Max and Logan.
Killstrike.
I apologize.
Killstrike.
Killstrike, Jared, Phil.
Meryl.
Meryl. Baby.
Yeah. Okay, so at the end, I don't get this. Jared said, "Hey, that middle name we were trying to think of, how about Peblente? What's that mean?"
Earlier in the book, when they head to New York and Killstrike is just screaming vengeance everywhere.
Oh, that's the word he gives him.
Yes.
Yeah, he tells him to stop saying that.
Yeah.
And he gives him a nonsense word.
Yep.
I forgot about that. And I even read this in one setting.
So did I.
It wasn't like I read that issue and then a week later read the... Wow, I'm just dumb.
Yeah, you've had a lot of stuff happening.
I have, yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this is my negative review of this book with the caveat that I am probably entirely wrong.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think someone else would enjoy it too, and if you want to give me $5, you can have my copy. Because it does seem like something I wouldn't read a second time.
Right. Yeah.
But I liked it. So yeah. Want to listen again to my voice?
No. But
It'll cheer you up. It'll cheer you up. podcast.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, previous segment, is that the first we've announced that you're going to be a daddy?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the 5 people that listen to the show have told personally.
Probably.
But yeah, if you
just in case.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, my wife and I are pregnant.
Well, we got to get it into go to trash continuity.
Yeah,
It's got to be canon.
Right. Yeah, it's exciting. It was very like anxiety inducing, and then for some reason, like about a week ago, like I started feeling zero anxiety about it at all, which maybe I just had an initial freak out. Like I wasn't like upset about it or anything. I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Blah blah blah. And then like.
And now you're just not gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna move to Canada.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, that kid will be better off.
Yeah.
When he's 18, I'll reconnect. It'll be like one of those movies where at first he doesn't want to see me, and then, and then I show up to his tattoo parlor and I get a back tattoo, and he doesn't realize that it's me he's giving it to, and I pull off my fake beard, and then we both laugh, and then we go to the pub and get a deli sandwich together, and then we were best friends.
Now, is your fake beard over your real beard?
Well, I'll shave my beard before I put on the fake beard.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, not like right before.
Well, no, yeah.
But like long enough before that he recognizes me as a clean-shaven man.
Right.
Yeah. I've got it all figured out. You don't have to go over my plan with a fine-tooth comb. It's perfect.
I just wanted to know the one detail.
That or I'll just stay here and actually participate.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know if it's a male or female yet. We do know there's just one baby in there.
Why do you want to gender identify it?
Just so we can paint the room pink or blue, and buy all the dresses or the pants. We're gonna buy pants or dresses. We gotta know. So it does like I don't like. I obviously wouldn't paint our room one of those colors, and I wouldn't buy like, Daddy's little girl kind of. I mean, I don't know, but
Daddy's little monster.
That's acceptable either way.
And booty shorts.
But I do want to know. I'm curious, and although I don't have a preference, I just kind of want to know.
You don't want to make sure that you carry on the young bloodline.
The young bloodline? That's awesome. No, I don't care. I whatever. Yeah, it's fine with me.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say though? It was about
gender identity, LGBT
something.
issues.
No, I wasn't going down that. I wasn't gonna hit that. Yeah. Oh no, that's what it was.
You're gonna love it no matter what it is.
Yeah, as long as like the lungs are on the inside.
Sure. What if they're not?
I won't love that shit. I can't love a monster. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care as long as it's healthy. I mean, if the lungs are on the outside and there's some sort of bubble that keeps it from dying, then I'm fine with that. No, the gender thing though. This happens all the time at my work. A guy came in a week ago. He was looking for a Christmas present for his daughter.
Was he bitching about Thor chick?
No,
Okay.
no. But he was like, he was looking around. He's like, "You guys don't sell anything for little girls, do you?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, we have all kinds of toys." And he was looking in the toys and comic section, and I was like, "We have all kinds of toys and comics." And I said, we do have some things that are traditionally like girl things, like some My Little Pony things. But I said, lots of girls are actually into superheroes and Star Wars and all these kinds of things, especially with like Rey being a major Star Wars character, and Captain Marvel, and a lot of female.
And then he told you to fuck off, faggot.
His eyes did. He didn't say those words, but I was just like, I mean, he wasn't like an old man buying something for his granddaughter. He was like my age, and I was like, really? Like, does it have to be a princess or a pony for you to think it's for a little girl? I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, it is Princess Leia.
Well, it's true. It's true, but then she becomes, so much more.
Oh, sure.
But he ended up buying, I think he did end up buying some Star Wars comics that had Rey on the front.
Yeah.
So he thought that was a good idea. So, but yeah, I was just like, I mean, that's great that he was receptive to thinking that way, but clearly he wasn't like just so against it that he didn't buy anything, but
that he didn't even think that way in the
yeah,
first place.
it happens a lot though. I mean, a
yeah.
lot at like I see it a lot at my work where they're like, well, I bought something for my boy here, but I can't find anything for a little girl, and I'm just like, I mean, it's not like we don't sell girls' clothes; we sell toys.
Right?
You can anybody can play with this toy or read this book. I don't know, I don't get it.
Even girls' clothes. I mean, does it even matter that much?
Right? Yeah.
That's why I'm looking forward to the future of unisex uniforms,
like Star Trek.
Yes.
Will we have those little things on our that we can pat? It's like a cell phone,
or just like just those foil looking unitards from like other sci-fi shows. Yeah.
You're not supposed to say unitard. Especially in the future. No, but yeah.
Sorry, developmentally disabled.
Yeah, there you go. That's much more acceptable. But yeah, so yeah, let your girls play with Star Wars toys or Rock Lords or whatever the fuck they want to play with.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of Transformers you need to get rid of.
That's true, we do. Yeah, and they just keep multiplying.
Yeah.
There's more than meets the eye there.
Yeah, and his name is Jeremy.
Yeah. We picked up an awesome toy collection this week. It was so eclectic. There was like some Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, like Caesar and Koba figure, or Caesar and
like from the new movies.
From the new movies, there was those like still in the package. From this one,
they made those kind of toys.
Yeah, they're cool too. Huh. They're cool looking. And then in the same collection was a mint on card 1980 Lone Ranger toy.
Nice.
And then there was like a Tron light cycle from the early 80s.
Wow.
But then there was like Creep Show toys and like Dragon Ball Z, and it was like the weirdest, most eclectic toy collection from one guy. And it was just like there's some G.I. Joe, and I don't know, it was just strange. Some Marvel. There was like a Deadpool toy and a Deathstroke toy. And
those are two different characters.
No,
as much as
one's Slade Wilson and one's Wade Wilson. They're twin brothers. But yeah, it was strange. It was awesome though. I love the toy collection. So yeah, we buy toys. Come on by.
Yeah, and you sell them to all genders.
Yep, all races, genders, and religions.
Yep.
But yeah.
So yeah.
What is happening? Have we missed a comic convention since the last time we recorded?
We went to that big sale.
Oh yeah, there was a comic sale. Those are fun.
They are.
So if you don't know about these, here in Ohio at least, like Dayton once a year, there's a guy that rents out a like VFW hall and has like super cheap comics, and this year hot dog truck.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
It was.
And I got paid to do it because I was on the clock buying stuff for my work.
And I paid lots of money that I should have been saving for not even a full short box of comics.
Right? Yeah.
I got fucked.
Well, that's right, you had, because they put that tiny short box.
Yep.
It was like 2 inches shorter than a short box.
Yep. Don't know what the fuck that was, but I got screwed.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are fun. I love going to comic book sales. And
my arms get tired after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably just poor blood circulation.
Right. Yeah. Well, it was cold outside. It was rainy and cold.
Yeah, it was rainy.
Yeah, that was fun. I think the next comic convention coming up in Dayton isn't until March, so we got a little bit of time.
Is that Jim and Dan?
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw where Jim and Dan's shop was the other day.
Oh, yeah? You drove by it?
Yeah.
Is it New Lebanon?
Somewhere near there. Yeah. West Alexandria.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I had no idea where that was. And, yeah, and I just sort of saw it in my periphery as I was driving by, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't stop?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Even if I wanted to, I did. Literally saw it like
Yeah.
it would have been like a hard stop in the middle of essentially a highway.
Right, yeah. It's like a state route, yeah. I love that their address is 1. That's their address. It's like 1 Main Street.
Yep. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It makes it seem like it's older than it is.
Sure.
It's like the newest comic book shop in the area.
It's also inconvenient to everything.
Yeah, to say it's in the area is kind of a stretch. It's like saying, you know, our moon is in the area of the Earth. You know, I mean, we can see it.
Yeah.
We can see it. We interact
We know
with
where it is.
Yeah,
We know how to get there.
yeah. Well, some claim.
No,
Yeah,
fair.
Stanley Kubrick knows how to get there. But yeah, I haven't been to that shop in a long time. I'd like to go back.
It seemed tiny.
Yeah, it is super tiny. I mean, I've been in comic shops that are smaller,
Sure.
but yeah. If you're ever, it's like on the border basically of Indiana and Ohio.
It's pretty damn close.
It's
to it.
yeah, it's like I think it's as close to Richmond as it is to Dayton.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's Jim and Dan's comic shop.
Christmas happened.
Christmas did happen. Yes.
Did you have a good one?
Yeah, we had a bunch of Liz's family in town, and a couple of them stayed with us, and then the rest of them stayed at a hotel, and then they like just hung out with us during the day and well into the night. It was fun though. I actually really like her family more than I do most of my own family. I like some of my family quite a bit. Like my mom and my brother and my cousin.
I was gonna say, I mean, I don't need you slandering your mom on this show.
Oh no. And don't get me wrong.
Your mom is a saint.
Yeah, she's great.
I will not hear any bad words from your mouth about your mother.
There's actually, honestly, there's only like 1 or 2 family members that I actively dislike, but most of them I'm like, well, I hope they do well, and then, you know, like, I just don't really feel like staying in touch with them, you know? Like, I wish them no ill will, and I hope they actually prosper and are great success and very happy, but I never think to hang out with them or call them or anything, because ever since I was a teenager, I've kind of liked my friends more than I like my family, and I just I'm like I hang out with people who I have similar interest in, like, you know, we obviously have our nerdy shit and our drawing shit, and I just, you know, people like you, I have way more in common with than 95% of my family. And so I just don't, you know, I don't know. I just, like, I've never, maybe it's something wrong in my brain, but I've never really understood the thing where you have to, like, stay in touch with someone just because you're blood related.
Perhaps I am not the person to,
well, true.
to talk to about this particular subject.
But I've never understood that.
Like, I was actually just thinking the other day, like, it's weird because, like, you mentioned, like, hanging out with your cousins quite a bit, and like, but I have known people who, like, their best friends are their cousins, and just, like, I do not understand, like, people who just willingly and consistently hang out with, like, their non-immediate family.
Right, yeah. Well, my cousin, so I have 2 cousins, my cousin Amy and my cousin John, I get along really well with. And my cousin John, he's like 10 years older than me. And when my dad passed away, he started, he picked up the tradition where my dad would take my brother and I to the comic shop every Friday. So my cousin was like, you know what, I'm going to continue doing that. So he started taking us to the comic shop every Friday for like years, for like 2 years. Like, he never missed a Friday. And then, like, that was really cool and important to me. And I like forever kind of respected him for that. Plus he's like a really talented artist. And I always kind of was like inspired to draw when I was a kid by him. So yeah, I always thought he was like the coolest. And then my cousin Amy is like the only girl who I was around the same age of that I didn't feel intimidated to talk to. So, like, we grew up being pretty close, too.
Right.
So, yeah, those two I've always been pretty close with, but I've just, like, I really like Liz's family. They're fun and laid back, whereas my family is mostly, like, either super religious or just super introverted. And so, like, they're doing their own thing, and I don't really mind that we're both doing our own thing separately. But, like, Liz's family, they're like, hey, let's have some beers, and they're like, hey, let's play some...
awful.
They're like, let's play some games.
That sounds fucking terrible.
Let's go do stuff.
Ooh, gosh.
That one's even worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, that doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I didn't play any of the games with them. I just kind of hung out and talked to their like Uncle Ed. He didn't play any of the games, and we just kind of talked. He's like he works as a prison guard, and he has for like a couple decades, I think. And he's got some stories.
Sure.
So his job is he said he drives 1,500 miles a week, and he never leaves the state of Missouri. And his job is to drive prisoners to any appointments, like doctor's appointments or hearings or whatever. So that's his gig, is driving prisoners around all day long, every day, like 80 hours a week. It's crazy, but he's got some interesting stories. So yeah, that was cool. I mostly just hung out with him, but yeah, it was chaotic because there was a lot of people and a lot of dogs. There was 5 dogs in my house, but other than that, it was awesome. And
I slept.
And slept, yeah.
Thought about killing myself a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was my Christmas.
Right. Well,
I got 2 emoji texts from my mom.
Oh yeah. Were they good emojis? I mean, positive
Christmas emojis.
Right. Right. Well, that's good.
One was Santa. The other was a snowman.
That's cool. I mean, something. I hope that continues. Yeah.
Watched some movies.
Anything good?
Watched Baywatch.
The movie?
Yeah.
How was that?
It's not bad. I had no expectations for it going in.
Nor should anyone, yeah.
And it exceeded all of them.
Was Hasselhoff in that?
Yes, he was.
And
he has a cameo.
Pamela Anderson?
She also has a cameo.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It was stupid and funny. I laughed. The Rock is always charming.
The Rock, yeah. Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
I like him. We watched, there's a Black Mirror movie.
Yeah. Don't tell me anything about it.
I mean, like, anything about it at all?
I know it's a choose-your-own adventure.
Yeah. So when you watch it, tell me how yours ended.
Okay. I do kind of want to, because I like Black Mirror, but
Yeah.
also I don't want to work.
It's not a lot of work.
Okay.
It's so on ours at least, because we have a Nintendo controller basically,
Right.
and it just said whenever it gets to those points, it's already on one of the selections, and you can push left or right to go to the other one,
Okay.
and then that's all you have to do. You don't even have to push a button. You just
Yeah.
push left or right.
I mean, that's a button.
But I mean, you don't have to say I'm on my because it gives you a certain amount of time, and
Okay.
then, if you don't do anything at all, it'll just choose the one it's on.
Okay.
And then if you do select left or right, it'll choose that whenever the time runs out.
Are you gonna watch it again and be lazy about it?
I'm
Just let it take its own course.
I'm gonna watch it again and make a specific different choice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'll be curious to see what you think. I really like that show though. It's
been watching a show called Adam Ruins Everything. That's been good.
I've heard that's good.
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
It gets a little dark at times.
Mm-hmm.
Learning about the truths behind numerous things.
Mm-hmm. What's one dark truth you've learned?
I mean, I don't retain much of anything, so in general, just
Life is scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? The most basic, consistent truth behind every single episode that he has done is that advertisers have a lot of money and they use it to fuck you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're evil.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Um,
But that's what we kind of get for being a consumerist capitalist society. It's just kind of the crux of our existence.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
It was incredibly good.
That's kind of what I want to do tomorrow, if we can make it happen.
Yeah.
If I can afford it, because there's 4 of us.
Sure. Go
Yeah.
early.
Yeah, I can't. When's the early price stop?
6.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was like 3 or 4, but
Nope.
okay, maybe we'll do that.
Matinees till 6.
I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna sneak in some candy,
Good for you.
maybe some cookies.
And if you do, whatever you do, just for my sake, just for a karmic sort of balance, whatever it is you're going to sneak in, make sure that it is not fucking wrapped with 20 layers of the crinkliest goddamn cellophane.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Because when I saw Into the Spider-Verse, there was someone sitting in the row in front of us that's what they had.
Crinkly paper.
And apparently they had enough to last the entire 2 hours.
They planned ahead.
Apparently so.
Yeah. I won't do that.
I definitely look forward to seeing that movie again alone.
Like in your house.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you were like so rich that you could just rent out a theater once a week and just be the only person in there just watching new movies?
It'd be pretty nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Or if you just had such horrible taste that every new movie you wanted to see was always going to be empty anyway.
Right?
Yeah. Which occasionally I do dip into that area too.
I've only had that happen one time in my life. It was Dark Knight Rises. I was the only person in the theater.
Wow.
I mean, it was out for like 2 weeks, and
Sure.
I went on Monday morning, but still,
Really, it's the only time.
Yeah.
I've seen so many movies
The
by
only one.
myself.
I've been in several where there was like one other couple or something,
Yeah.
but that's the only time in my entire life. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I just saw one last month completely by myself. Overlord.
Overlord? I don't know that.
It's
Is it the story of the villain from the Black Star cartoon from the 80s?
no, it's the story of the villain from the Savage Dragon comic book.
Oh, that's his name, Overlord.
There's
There's probably a lot of overlords.
There really is. Yeah. It's a World War II zombie kind of movie, monster movie. They're not really zombies, but they're kind of like zombies.
I've never heard of this movie.
Nazis doing experiments and
Those-
creating monsters, other than the fact that they're Nazis.
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta hand it to them, though. They were always experimenting.
Oh, yeah.
They were trying.
uh,
They were the Wright brothers of painful, terrible things.
Yep, sure.
Racist, awful, terrible things.
Yes. It's an okay movie. It's real slow, but it's got little baby Kurt Russell in it,
Oh.
and he is magnetic. He's got his little baby blue Kurt Russell eyes that just stare at you and say, "I'm little baby Kurt Russell."
So what do you mean? It's like his grandson or something?
No, it's his kid.
Oh, okay.
I forget his actual name. Something Russell.
But he looks like Kurt Russell.
He goddamn looks like Kurt Russell.
Wow.
He looks like Kurt Russell from The Thing.
Wow.
Just young and blue-eyed and just mesmerizing.
That's great.
Just a cuddly baby Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell still kind of looks cuddly.
Oh, Kurt Russell is still definitely cuddly, especially if you've seen that Santa Claus movie he's in.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Neither have I. It's on Netflix.
He's got
Christmas Chronicles.
he's got a great beard.
Guy Davis designed his sleigh.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
There you go.
that's all I know about that movie.
That's
now.
reason enough to watch it.
Yeah.
I read the new Grant Morrison Santa Claus comic, the Dan Mora and Grant Morrison. It was like a one shot called The Crying Snowman.
Oh yeah,
It was pretty good.
yeah.
I always forget that Dan Mora is an exceptionally amazing artist until I see those Christmas books every year.
Yeah. That's kind of cool that's become a little bit of a tradition.
Yeah. Because has there been like 2 one-shots in the miniseries, or has there been more than that?
I think there's been a couple of one-shots, like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this may have been the 4th one or so.
I don't think I've read all of them then, because I feel like we read the miniseries.
Yep.
And I think I've read 1 or 2 one-shots, but
Yeah.
they're good. They're good, and it's good to see that Grant Morrison can still write something that's like kind of positive and weird and fun,
right?
Because a lot of times I'm disappointed with just how off-putting and dark and violent his stuff has become in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But I think he's a great writer. So
I mean, somewhere right now he's becoming Killstrike.
yeah, he could be.
Spoiler.
That'd be awesome.
Well, the only thing I've read is the book that I'm going to pick.
Oh, you've already read it?
Yeah.
Nice. So I can take it with me?
You can.
Oh, this is great.
So I might as well just tell you what that is.
Sure.
So unless you veto it, and then I just fucking read nothing for nothing. But I would like, well, again, I've already read it, but I would like you to read Ronald Wemberly's Prince of Cats.
Okay. I'm down.
All right. For those not in the know, it is a sort of remix, retelling, mash 'em up version of Romeo and Juliet, set in New York City in 1983, and everybody has samurai swords.
Sounds better than the original already.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Also, if you want to read along, play along at home, good luck. This is a very hard book to find.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Because apparently it was originally published by DC in like 2012.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then was out of print for 4 years, and then Image put it out again in 2016. Apparently this is apparently the DC version was heavily changed from Ron Wemberly's original vision, and the Image version is what he initially intended it to be.
Okay.
That is also out of print.
Huh.
And I was just curious to see, what is the DC version? Is it available anywhere, whatever. And what I found was that any version of that book is being sold on eBay for like hundreds of dollars.
Huh.
So maybe it's on Comixology?
Maybe.
Maybe on Hoopla?
So which version are we reading?
This is the Image 2016 version.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So, good luck to you if you want to follow along. Or, I guess, just go watch an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet.
Right. I think, isn't there one with, oh no, I'm thinking there's a Hamlet that has Bill Murray in it. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's a Romeo and Juliet with Bill Murray, but if there is, that's the one you should watch.
Sure. Or Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's probably pretty much the same.
Probably. Yeah. So that's what I got.
Prince of Cats?
Prince of Cats.
Cool. All right. I'm down.
Alrighty.
I'm ready to read.
Okay. You read it right on air?
Oh, yeah.
Silently.
It's going to be, well, yeah. No spoilers.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Let's do it.
Maybe that will be the episode you can do your beatbox.
Oh, yeah. I really wanted to do beatbox
music.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Maybe next time.
All right.
Well, Happy New Year to those of you
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. It should be New Year's by the time.
It should be. Yep.
Yeah.
Or at least, unless I get this out tonight, it'll be very close. But
Yeah.
it'll probably be after that.
In our world, it's coming up in a few
Yes,
days. So,
yes.
Yeah, so.
2019.
Yay.
Still just doing shit.
Yep. Still happening.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.